You're all familiar with 50. Since then, he has made fun of Jay-Z and Beyonce whenever he can. Now that Diddy's trial has begun and identities are being made public, he is sitting on their necks. Although Beyonce's dismal ticket sales during her Cowboy Carter tour were the subject of his most recent critique, it seems that the 50s have also been talking about other subjects. He also allegedly possesses a cassette recording of Jay-Z and Beyonce at one of Diddy's wild parties.
Start with let's start with, you're going into the Jay-Z thing.
Yeah.
So recently we just saw, which I can't. We look at the accusations.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna get to Diddy as well, but you look at the accusations, and there's an accusation about Jay-Z and Diddy and a teenager, 13-year-old.
Right.
And we were speaking about just the statement.
Right.
The statement, you were saying you felt like that was calculated.
That was the statement is something from, you can tell it was written by a lawyer.
These are fairly ridiculous charges, considering the industry fame and influence of Jay-Z and Beyonce. Jay-Z and Beyonce must be acknowledged by nearly every Grammy winner in the music industry when they are selected to accept that glistening trophy once more, as some Grammy nominations are supposedly created only with the couple's consent. You can't stop the internet, but that's just a hypothesis.
Thank you, Beyonce. You're amazing. Yeah.
The fact that Beyonce made a country record changed the game. So thank you.
Beyonce.
Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time.
Thank you to Beyonce. Thank you to Beyonce.
I'll say thank you to Beyonce, just so that way we keep the community safe. Someone had to.
Apart from the influence of Jay and Beyonce, 50 Cent isn't afraid to go after the Carters. It seems as though Jay-Z is taking refuge behind Beyonce's waning fame. Jay has been so quiet. No power moves. Nothing. In contrast to Beyonce, who has never been this active record after album, event after concert, and brand launch after brand. She seems to be attempting to make as much money as she can before everything goes away.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
Jay was getting Grammys.
He had one. Exactly. He had one.
And he ain't show up.
He has 20 now.
Many attributed Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour's failure to the recession, but 50 thought it was more than just bad timing. It was people realizing something wasn't right. Even the Beehive is beginning to realize that something is truly going on with Beyonce.
With ticket sales this low, the one-named permanent A-list singer might bail on the whole tour. She isn't all that thrilled about doing it anyway. And again, this is allegedly Beyonce. And the related headline reads, Beyonce Cowboy Carter Tour not selling tickets. Beyonce may have bitten off more than she can chew. The pop superstar may have topped the country chart for her Cowboy Carter album, for which she won her first Album of the Year award from the Grammys, but her ticket sales for the recently announced Cowboy Carter tour have been lackluster and she has yet to sell out any shows. According to Ticketmaster and StubHub, tickets for all shows on her tour, which kicks off at the end of April.
On Instagram, he ridiculed Beyonce, writing, "Hey, the tickets aren't selling, and it's getting real out here now." More than 50 people are making fun of Jay-Z and Beyonce. This Diddy case has been dragging a lot of celebrities down the gutter, and it would seem that Beyonce and Jay-Z are not immune to it. Video of A-list celebs attending Diddy's parties was among the shocking findings from the FBI's probe into his house. Recall that Diddy was accused of recording these celebrities on camera without their permission, and all of the celebrities' names have been linked to the incident. Beyonce and Jay-Z were allegedly seen taking part in a number of the tapes. On a Shannon Shari episode, D-Bab even hinted that Beyonce and Jay went to one of the after parties.
I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib. Like the influx of people, he had put them out. but he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Me and, you know, maybe about 15 others, you know.
Right.
Jay-Z and Beyonce being, you know, 2 of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put it into perspective of the type of company I was in at the moment, you know. And she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had to. This is Beyonce, cut it out. But I'm a big fan of your work, you know what I'm saying? Whoop the whoop, and that was just dope. That was dope as hell to me, man. That was dope. That was super.
Since Jay-Z left him as soon as he was placed under arrest, it is now clear that Diddy is disclosing this information.
There's just been a shocking revelation from federal authorities regarding a highly private and scandalous video involving none other than Jay-Z and Beyonce, reportedly taken during a wild party hosted by Diddy. Apparently during a Homeland Security raid on Diddy's properties, some rather intriguing discoveries were made, including compromising footage featuring numerous beloved celebrities caught in scandalous situations. Speculation is rife that Diddy intentionally leaked this footage to authorities as a form of revenge against the Carters, allegedly due to their perceived lack of support during his legal battles. It seems he's on a mission.
Additionally, Kant, a well-known female star, was reportedly making a valiant attempt to purchase it prior to its public release.
Also was just recently contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes.
You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes.
Yes.
The shopping thing is...
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of, and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
I've heard this before, so like a catch and kill.
Catch and kill, correct.
Wow, can you, and I guess you can't reveal the person who is on
No,
the
I can't explain who the person was, but
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really?
Although the individual was not identified, many have conjectured that Beyonce, better known as Jaguar Wright, had been attempting to contact the media for some time. The complete audio of Diddy mistreating Meek Mill was recorded by Nicki Minaj and leaked last year. She claimed that one of Diddy's victims was Meek Mill. As you may recall,
it seems he's on a mission to embarrass them at any cost. Adding fuel to the fire, an unsettling audio clip allegedly featuring Meek Mill and Diddy has surfaced, courtesy of Diddy's former bodyguard.
And then milk running the fuck around, about expensive pain in his ass.
Wait, this is Philly you're talking about now. Wait a minute, Jack.
Fuck me.
Wait a minute.
He's a fucking Fruit Loop. He Diddy-fied.
This is Philly.
He's a deep fried period. He Diddy-fied. He Diddy-fried. He the Diddy do-I-bop. Fuck me. Real rap.
You think that audio that they put out was real?
Yeah, that was him. Nicki put that out there. That Nicki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas. She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
Oh.
She just wasn't gonna tell nobody it was Diddy. But now that Diddy out there, why not?
So then who's the guy who's claiming he recorded it?
And Jaguar Wright asserted that Jay-Z was worse than Diddy and that, according to the footage, he had done some horrible things to her, like sticking her with a box cutter.
Sean Carter is just as bad as the diddler. And I know that for a fact. The scars to prove it.
I want to know what a box cutter feels like going into your skin and ripping you?
I can tell you how it feels. Y'all ain't seen shit yet. That Cassie shit, that's nothing.
So are you trying to say like Jay-Z put hands on you?
I'm saying Sean Carter remembers everything he did to me and he's got it on tape. Just like Diddy, it's gonna be the women that get them in the end.
Jaguar persisted in shouting that Jay-Z was worse than Diddy's unborn child while she was on Piers Morgan's show. A significant amount of the interview nearly led to Piers Morgan and the Carters being prosecuted. The man had to flee for his life and issue multiple apologies, including an official apology, before Bob's legal staff allowed him to be himself.
Want to know why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter.
As the trial continues, the truth is coming to light. To date, the court has named and summoned numerous celebrities, including Young Miami, Lauren London, and Michael B. It wouldn't be shocking if Beyonce and Jay were included as well, since Jay was Diddy's best friend and showed up at every party. In addition, we all know how things turned out between Jay and R. Kelly, who were close friends. Jay-Z collaborated with Pharrell on the song Young Girl, which comes up when you dig deeper into his and Beyonce's relationship. In it, he talks of dating a 19-year-old. Beyonce claimed in an interview that she initially met Jay in 1999 or 2000, when she was 18. Don't bite, Hove. I've been there, Hove. I could shape your life. Take charge of your life. Just like Janet did. You have a little girl who isn't quite 21 yet, Hove. You're 19. No. You're like a piece of lightning. Tomorrow, I'll give you a call. Bye, she added. I was 18 when we first met and 19 when we began dating. However, in a 2007 interview with Charlie Ross, Jay-Z acknowledged that he began dating Beyonce in 1997 when she was just 16 years old. Several of them have a history of making mistakes from time to time, especially when it comes to remembering Buz's age during their initial courting. She met Jay-Z at the age of 16, proving his affinity for young, wild people, even though she claimed to have been 17, 18, or 19, depending on the interview. We will let you draw your own conclusions. Meanwhile, here are some thoughts on this entire 50 dilemma. I listen to 50 Cent when he talks because I don't think he's ever lied and because he's in the game, so he hears a lot of things that the rest of us wouldn't. Furthermore, he's conscious of all the peculiar things that please let us know which of these claims about Jay-Z you agree with or disagree with. He always speaks the truth, even when discussing topics that can seem strange. Beyonce's children have Grammys, and Jay-Z and Puff have been overrated for far too long. They have been in the news because of bullying and shoplifting, but they have never had anything.